From the very moment you clicked on this message, something deeper than coincidence began to unfold. You may have been scrolling without thinking, distracted by the endless noise of life, but somehow you stopped here, and that matters. What you are about to hear is not meant to fill a few minutes of your day. It is an invitation to pause and listen with your heart. Perhaps you've been asking why you feel so exhausted, why your prayers seem unanswered, or why your life has remained unchanged despite your efforts. If those questions have been living inside you, then don't leave now. Because before this message ends, you may discover that the answer you've been searching for has been waiting for you all along. God is gently calling you, not because you are perfect, but because He loves you exactly where you are. He has never stopped watching over you, never stopped reaching toward you, and today He is asking only one thing. Will you open your heart and listen? My beloved child, I have never abandoned you, even during the moments when you believed I was silent. While the world pulled your attention in countless directions, my love remained steady, patient, and unwavering. I have stood at the door of your heart, not forcing my way inside, but waiting for you to welcome me. I do not ask you to become flawless before coming to me. I am not searching for perfection. I am looking for a heart that is willing to trust again, a heart that still believes healing is possible. There will be days when darkness surrounds you and the road ahead feels impossible to walk, but you will never face those valleys alone. Every breath you take is evidence that I am still sustaining your life. Every heartbeat reminds you that my presence has never left you. Even when you cannot see me, I am holding you, strengthening you, and guiding your steps through places you never thought you could survive. You may think your past has disqualified you, that your mistakes have placed you too far beyond my reach, but that has never been true. Remember the son who walked away from his father, wasted everything, and returned carrying nothing but regret. His father did not greet him with anger or condemnation. He ran toward him with open arms, restoring him through love instead of judgment. That is how I receive you. I do not define you by your failures, your shame, or the chapters you wish you could erase. I see the person I created long before fear, guilt, and disappointment tried to convince you otherwise. You were created with purpose, carrying a light this world desperately needs. But that light can only shine when you allow me into the places you've hidden behind fear and pain. I am not entering your life to remind you of what broke you. I am coming to heal what has remained wounded for far too long. Because there is no broken place within you that my love cannot restore. Right now you are standing at a crossroads that may seem invisible, yet it holds tremendous significance for your future. Every passing day brings a choice. Remain where fear has kept you, or step into the new life I have prepared for you. Time continues moving whether you choose or not, and every moment is another opportunity to answer my invitation. Quiet your mind for just a little longer, and listen beyond the distractions surrounding you. My promises have not changed, my love has not weakened, and my patience has not run out. I have chosen you, I have never stopped believing in you, and I am still waiting with open arms. What is approaching your life is greater than you can presently understand, but before you can receive it, you must first make one simple decision: to stop running, to trust my voice above every other voice, and to take the very first step back toward me, because what happens next could transform your life forever. There are things about your future that you cannot yet see, but nothing is hidden from me. I know every battle you have fought in silence, every tear you believed no one noticed, and every fear you have tried to bury deep inside your heart. I have loved you with an everlasting love, and nothing you have done has changed that truth. I know the thoughts you have never spoken aloud, the dreams you quietly gave up on, and the wounds you have learned to hide behind a smile. Yet I have never withdrawn my calling from your life. My word is not empty advice, it is living truth that brings light into the darkest places of your soul. But light can only transform what is willing to be opened. Do not allow hesitation to steal what I have prepared for you. So many people remain trapped, not because I have abandoned them, but because fear convinces them to stay where they are. Today, I am asking you to let go of what feels familiar and trust that what I have waiting for you is far greater than anything you are afraid to leave behind. You were never created simply to survive each day without purpose. I breathed life into you because your existence carries meaning beyond what you can currently imagine. Every gift inside you, every lesson you have learned through pain, and every season you have endured has been preparing you for something greater. But before you can fully step into that purpose, your heart must become quiet enough to recognize my voice above the noise of this world. Many voices promise peace, but leave you empty. Many opinions claim to know the way, yet only increase confusion. My voice is different. It reaches beyond your ears and speaks directly to your soul, bringing hope where fear once lived, and strength where weakness seemed permanent. Like the young Samuel who answered, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." Your transformation begins the moment you become willing to respond. You do not need to understand every detail of the journey ahead. You only need the courage to say, "Lord, here I am, and I will lead you one faithful step at a time." Perhaps you still carry questions about why certain hardships entered your life, why doors closed when you prayed for them to open, or why people you trusted walked away. Those questions are real, and I have never ignored them. But the greatest answer is not found in understanding every painful event. It is found in realizing that I never left you while those events were happening. Every trial that threatened to destroy you became another opportunity for my grace to preserve you. Just as Joseph was betrayed by those closest to him, imprisoned without justice, and forgotten for years before stepping into his destiny, your story is also being shaped by a purpose you cannot yet fully see. What others intended for harm, I am able to transform into something that will bring life, hope, and blessing. Nothing you have endured has been wasted. Every broken piece is becoming part of a greater design that will one day reveal my faithfulness in ways you cannot imagine today. Now I invite you to make a decision that can change everything. Do not allow another day to pass believing you must carry every burden alone. Lay down the weight of fear, regret, disappointment, and self-doubt that has exhausted your soul for so long. Bring me your brokenness instead of hiding it. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, and my healing reaches places no human hand ever could. One day you will look back and realize that the very wounds you begged me to remove became the testimony that gave hope to someone else. You were never created for an ordinary life. You were created to shine, to love, to overcome, and to become living proof that my grace is greater than any failure, any pain, or any darkness this world can bring. Stay with me, because what I am about to reveal next will help you understand the unseen battle surrounding your life. And once you recognize it, you will never see your journey the same way again. The battle you have been facing is greater than what your eyes can see. Not every struggle begins in your circumstances, and not every negative thought belongs to you. There are voices that whisper you are not enough, that nothing will ever change, that you have failed too many times to begin again. But those voices do not come from me. My voice speaks hope, where fear speaks defeat. My voice reminds you that you are loved, when shame tells you to hide. My voice calls you chosen when insecurity says you are forgotten. Just as David stood before Goliath with confidence not in himself but in my power, you are not called to fight life's greatest battles through your own strength. Trust me with your fears. Guard your heart and your mind, because every thought you allow to remain will shape the direction of your life. Stand firmly upon my truth, and the darkness that once seemed overwhelming will begin to lose its hold over you. Victory is not something you must earn. It is something you step into when you choose to walk with me. Never forget that I have prepared you for every challenge before it ever reached your doorstep. I have given you faith to become your shield, my word to become your foundation, and my presence to become your constant strength. Even when the road appears impossible, I am working in ways you cannot yet understand. Think of Joshua standing before the walls of Jericho. Human logic saw an impossible obstacle, but simple obedience opened the way for a miracle. Think of Peter stepping out onto the water. The miracle did not begin when the storm disappeared. It began when he trusted my voice more than the wind around him. The same invitation is before you today. Stop measuring your future by your limitations. Stop allowing yesterday's failures to define tomorrow's possibilities. I did not create you to remain trapped by fear. I created you to become a light in a world desperately searching for hope, and my power shines brightest through hearts that are willing to trust me completely. My beloved child, I know every hidden pain you still carry. I have counted every tear, heard every silent prayer, and remained beside you through every lonely night. You have never been invisible to me. Before you ever called my name, I already knew yours. Before you ever searched for me, my love was already reaching toward you. Do not believe the lie that your story is over or that your best days have passed. I am the God who restores what seemed lost, who heals what appeared beyond repair, and who brings new beginnings out of broken endings. Just as I welcomed the prodigal son with open arms and restored his place in the family, I am waiting for you without condemnation or rejection. The past no longer has authority over your future when you place your life in my hands. I am making all things new, and that renewal begins the moment you trust that my love is greater than your greatest failure. So today, before you continue with your day, make one decision that can change everything. Do not walk away from this moment unchanged. Open your heart, even if your faith feels small. Take one step toward me, and you will discover that I have already been running toward you all along. Let my truth become louder than your fears, my promises stronger than your doubts, and my peace greater than your anxiety. You were never created to merely survive. You were created to live with purpose, hope, courage, and unshakable faith. I have gone before you. I walk beside you, and I will never leave you. The future I have prepared is greater than the fears trying to stop you today. So choose hope instead of despair. Choose faith instead of fear. Choose my voice above every other voice. And as you do, you will discover that the greatest chapter of your story is not behind you. It is only just beginning.